So, yesterday GameSpot released an interview featuring lead multiplayer developer Thad Sasser, and Visceral Games also listed the gameplay changelog from the beta. Now this is basically the things they've taken the time to change based on our feedback from participating in the February beta. So what I've decided to do today is go over all the important changes that Visceral have made to make Hardline even more stable than it was in the beta. First up, weapon tuning. Seems like shotguns were a bit too overpowered in the beta, so Visceral decided to reduce the one-hit kill range for the Remington 870 and the Spaz 12. They also reduced the fire rate for the 870 and added more vertical recoil to it. So hopefully with these changes to the shotguns, they found a nice overall balance between good and bad in terms of the weapon's performance. Now considering I got killed so many times by one-shot kills from a shotgun during the beta, I'm glad to see they changed this. Even more weapon changes include reduced recoil for the RO933, the starting assault rifle, but with this change they also reduced the damage to kind of even it out and not make it too overpowered. Now in the beta I absolutely hated this gun. It had a considerable amount of recoil, so I'm glad they toned it down a bit. As for everyone's favorite weapons, the M16A3 and the M416, more vertical recoil was added. Big shocker there. Now I know that these two weapons were perhaps some of my most used guns throughout my beta playtime. Both were very solid, and I'm eager to see how they perform now. The P90 has more increased spread per shot now, and the Uzi has better hipfire accuracy too. And finally, the Magnum ammo one-hit kill range has been reduced, and also the vehicle damage this ammo puts out has been reduced to 50% as well. So that's it for the weapon balancing changes. Let's move on to class balance. Now there were only 4 things changed. The G36 was moved to the cops tier of weapons, and the M416 was moved on over to the criminal side. Also, the M/45 was moved to the cops, and the UMP moved to the criminals. So if you haven't played the beta, basically you can't use the M416 every single round you play. Weapons are tied to a faction, limiting your use of them. So if you're playing as the police for a round, you can't use any criminal weapons. Now of course you can use that gun so much that you unlock the weapon license ability for it, and this pretty much allows you to use it whenever you like and on whatever side of the law you want to. And I really like this feature. It enhances the immersion aspect so few games have nowadays. Now if you think back to Battlefield 3, I'm pretty sure you had to get a certain amount of kills with a weapon before it was unlocked for the Russian faction, for example. Now I might be wrong about that, so feel free to correct me in the comments. Anyway, as for some smaller game tuning, the rank progression system has been slowed down by 50%. This in turn means you will have to earn more XP to level up now, and I'm sure there was only one person who got to rank 150 during the beta, so it's good they slowed this down. However, I'm sure they'll be introducing more ranks with each DLC like we've seen with Battlefield 4. Repriced battle packs now cost more in-game cash to buy, the weapon license has been increased to 1,250 kills, and the gold camo has been increased to 1,000 kills. Pretty self-explanatory. As for the infamous hacker mode, the GPS spotting and jamming ranges have been reduced, as well as reducing the overclock timing. Now I didn't get a chance to give hacker mode a try during the beta, but it doesn't seem like something I would be interested in. I'm more of a hands-on kind of player when it comes to FPS games. Gimmicky stuff like hacker mode doesn't really interest me whatsoever. And that about wraps up all the beta changes we'll be seeing on March 17th when Hardline officially releases. So what would you have changed to improve Hardline even more? Make sure to let me know down in the comments. Also, if you're looking for Battlefield Hardline content and you're not already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for everything Hardline. And last but not least, if you haven't ordered Hardline yet, or you're simply waiting to see how it launches, then make sure to get it for cheap on G2A. There's a link in the description, and whenever you guys buy something using my referral link, I get a small kickback as well to improve my PC hardware and content for you guys. So make sure to go check it out if you haven't gotten Hardline yet. It's about $40 to $45 right now, I think, so it's a pretty good deal. Anyway, if you guys could leave me a rating if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.